Well, hello everybody. Russ on the West Ham Network. It's Friday. Well done. You've done another week. Give yourself a pat on the back. We're just over 24 hours away from playing Arsenal at the Emirates. What could possibly go wrong? But as I always say, expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. Potter has a good record against the arse in his previous club. So who knows? He could weave his magic wand and get some points against a depleted Arsenal side. But I wanted to take a step back and have a bit of fun. I think fans, we get so serious about football. So serious about it. And some people would, as I said, you would, if I said it's night, you would tell me it's day. Do you know what I mean? Some people just like having a moan up, and I get it. But it's meant to be fun, and I know it's not. And we've had a period where it wasn't fun, but we're still West Ham, and we still take a wry smile. We still take as I said, it's a lot of us were sort of born into supporting West Ham. Indeed, if you wanted to pick a side which not going to win, it's going to win, you picked the wrong horse there, love. I'm telling you right now. We West Ham fans, we always have that sort of wry smile when it comes to West Ham. I mean, we did a podcast a while ago, myself, Holly, and Anton, for the members called "Only at West Ham," where we spoke about things that would only happen at West Ham. And I know more than any, in all honesty, that there's lots of stuff which only happens at West Ham. And that's why I love West Ham. That's why I love supporting West Ham. I don't take it. I don't take it too seriously. I do this for a hobby. I do the stuff at West Ham for a hobby. It's not. I don't take life too seriously. I don't take West Ham too seriously. I mean, as I said, having that sort of gallows humour is what being a West Ham fan's all about, innit? In all honesty, we won fuck all for 40 odd years, but we still think that this season's our year. It's going to be our year this year. Next time this year will be millionaires. And, I remember literally my first game at West Ham. I was a glory hunter. It was the season got promoted into the Premier League for the first time. And we played Oxford United, and a young Russie B and Tom. You see Tommy on the chat quite a bit. My brother and my granddad, God rest his soul. He took us to the game, and there he was. There was a young, sprightly Russ, not much taller than I am now, to be honest. A little bit more hair, a little bit less facial hair, a little bit less of a gut. Basically, picture it: bobble hat, scarf, the full shebang. And Oxford United scored after 30 seconds. And my granddad turned to me with words that I'm going to get etched on my grave when I pass, saying, "You've got a lifetime of this." And I never believed him. But now never a truer word has been said. And if, in all honesty, never a truer word has been said within the first 6 months of this season. Because I always look at West Ham a bit like a soap opera. You have your protagonists, you have you've got your young upstarts, you've got your elder statesmen, you've got sort of all these types of characters. But if you took back, and that's what we're going to look back through the last 6 months at some of the highlights, and if there's ever been a 6-month period which epitomizes why you are a West Ham fan, it's been these 6 months. And we've had, and as I said, yesterday there's a show about the academy, reasons to be cheerful. The academy is really doing well now, and they really are on the right foot. And I think we're going to see the fruits of those labours coming through in the next 3, 4, 5 years. People criticise we're not getting players through. I think we've got to put a conveyor belt now where we can get players who are capable of stepping up. Where they are is another matter, but capable of stepping up. But let me just take you down memory lane. This is only 6 months ago. All of this has happened in the last 6 months, in essence. And it started before the season even started, in terms of only being at West Ham. When it rains, it pours at West Ham. And it started with the beginning of the Copa America in June. 𝙊𝙋𝙄𝙉𝙄, our star central defensive midfielder. I mean, Lopetegui hadn't even started. I don't think he officially started till June, wasn't it, or something like that? Maybe, or July, maybe. He got injured, if you remember, and was out for the rest of the Copa America, all of pre-season, and the first few games of the season. So even before we started, we were on a hide into nothing. And then we went to America, and I think this was the first game. There was a massive storm, and it delayed the game by about 4 or 5 hours. There were tannoy announcements in the stadium saying, it was an electrical storm, stay underground, don't go out top, that type of thing. I think that, that was quite ominous, in all honesty, in terms of what we were going to be expecting this season. A massive storm of shit, a massive tsunami, massive poonami. Right. So that was even pre-season. Didn't have a great pre-season. I think we lost that game 3-1 as well against Wolves, and it was on at even stupider o'clock because of the delay. I remember Anton did a watch along for it as well. But as what was it? Was it Jimmy Cricket? Used to go, come closer, and there's more. And there's more, let me tell you. The player we've been courting all summer, he did the crossed hammers. On Instagram. Scores the winner against us in the first game of the season. Now, if ever there are omens that this isn't going to be our season, this is one of them. The player we really wanted all summer, apparently, according to reports, scores the winner against us. But there's more. We then play Brentford away. We get a point. Good point, We were the first team only team for a long time to get anything at Brentford. They went on a massive unbeaten run at home, particularly winning all the games. But he pulls off, Loppy pulls off Paqueta, pulls off Kudus as well. And we're led to believe, according to reports, there was a massive falling out in the dressing room between the three of them. I think we finished the game with Paqueta, Kudus and Bowen all on the bench, all being subbed. But there's more. 𝙊𝙋𝙄𝙉 goes to international duty, loads of international breaks, goes to Germany. They're playing Holland, and he's at the Ajax Stadium. Gets injured. I think it was his hammy or something like that. Our star, our big effing German, £27 million, gets into training. Now, that's that before. That was Dino, wasn't it? Do you remember Dino when he got done in by Shaw White Phillips in England duty? So we're not even a dozen games into the season, if that. Not even that. 6 or 7 games max. And we've lost our big effing German for a considerable amount of time. But there's more. We play Tottenham. Lose. Kudus gets sent off. Kudus decides to kick off. Pushes one of the defenders over as Spurs. 5-game suspension. So we haven't got a big F off German. And then we haven't got Kudus for 5 games. 5 critical games as well. Then in December, we get the message. Antonio to the car crash. Dayton boys just down Coppice Road, down there near Sullivan's house. Minutes away from being, or from led to be believed, losing his leg, maybe even worse potentially. And to fathom he could be potentially back by the end of the season, some 5 months, say, from the crash. Even by the end of the season, that's 5 months from the crash. Only, so it was a bit. It was a bit like an EastEnders dun 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 moment, and it was awful. But there's more. Then we play Arsenal. 7 goals in the half, 5-2, weren't it? At home. Then apparently at half-time, Lopetegui and Todibo had a falling out. Todibo didn't come back on the pitch. Mavropanos did. And to be honest, we never really saw Todibo much again since. We'll come back to him in a minute. But there's more. Then Bowen fractures his fucking foot. We've got the big F off German in and out and return, Then we've got bloody, what's his face? 𝙊𝙋𝙄𝙉𝙄𝙊𝙉. Then we've got a spat between Todibo. Then we've got Bowen out for a period of time with a broken foot. How do we find out about when he's due back? Was it an official media post? Was it a press conference? Nope. The Dyer and Dyer podcast. God bless them, telling us to be back in time for February. Thank you, the two Dannies, doing God's work there. But there's more. January. We've got this mystery illness with Todibo where he's okay to fly back to France and stand on the touchline watching Nice, but he's not okay to play. And there's still the massive falling out with him and Lopetegui. We still don't know when he's going to be back. And again, when did we find out that he was back in the country? Was it again a social media post? Was it something an official line in the on the website? Nope. It was a TikTok by the West Ham social media team, and it was of Jean-Claire Todibo throwing an American football into a bin with a Kansas City Chiefs shirt hanging out of it. Hashtag only at West Ham. Only at West Ham. Could be back potentially for the Arsenal game. But there's more. Tim Steidham, banned. Get out my pub. Get out my Rush Green. Banned from Rush Green. Lopetegui, sacked. But not just sacked. Didn't just come in. He took training that day and then was sacked. It was like, finish your work and then you can go at the end of the day. Only at West Ham. Füllkrug, injured within the first half an hour of the Graham Potter regime, where he'd 10 minutes before, he'd done the knock-on, which then set up the goal. Out, never to be seen back since, although we're led to believe potentially the end, after the international break, we may see him back. But there's more. Crescencio Somerville, injured in the first half. Played on for another 20 minutes with a hamstring issue. He came back. He was going to be back. He's done his hamstring again. Maybe he won't be back into the international break at least. But there's more. Steidham leaves club. The Mitchell brothers, Phil and Grant, Steidham and Carl McCauley. Carl McCauley takes the win. He takes the dub with the head of recruitment job. And then Paqueta this week rolls his ankle and he's out for 3 weeks. We can't catch a break, can we, as West Ham fans? When I say it rains, it always pours at West Ham. And actually, when you look at what's happened over the last, and we haven't even finished the season. Do you know what I mean? We've still got 13 games left. Anything can still happen with West Ham. And that's the reason why I love West Ham. We could easily win on Saturday. And would it surprise me if we won on Saturday? Partly yes, but partly no. Because it's West Ham. And as we all are West Ham fans, we expect the unexpected. And that's why I love West Ham, because we have that gallows humour. We have that only us, it's typical, it's just so West Ham. And it's almost a verb, isn't it? To be West Ham is a verb. And that's why I love West Ham. And that's why that's when people go, why are you always so fucking jury? Because I love West Ham, because I know what West Ham's about, and you do too. And some people take it really seriously, and that's your prerogative. I don't, because it's meant to be, it's a pastime. As I said, it's a hobby. And I always take things with a wry smile, because there's a lot worse going on in the world, mate, innit? There's a lot worse going on in the world, and people are going through a lot worse than, Paqueta rolling over his ankle. You know what I mean? Diddums. The man's still on 100 grand a week. It might potentially, Paqueta could allow someone like, and I wouldn't be surprised to see 𝙊𝙋𝙄𝙉𝙄𝙊𝙉 play on Saturday. The reports I've been getting is he's really impressing Potter in training. Really got, he's really stepped up, and Potter's been impressed when he's come on. Could be a good opportunity to play 𝙊𝙋𝙄𝙉𝙄𝙊𝙉. So, sorry, Louis Guilherme, not Louis Silverfoot, Louis Guilherme. Anyway, I hope you find a bit of a, bit of a distraction, bit of a not reality check, but fuck, we've been through a lot worse as well as West Ham fans, ain't we? Yeah, I know it's not where we're at the moment. I know it's not what we want to be, but I think that I genuinely think we're on the cusp of something here. I really do. I really, really do. And you can call me, some call me a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And I just thought, let's have a bit of fun today. I thought we'd have a bit of fun. Yesterday, I tried to give you a bit of an uplifting video about the academy. Yeah, we're in a really good place with the academy. Hopefully, I want to try and get Mark and a few of the other guys to come on and talk about the academy in a bit more detail. Maybe try and get Kenny on or whatnot. Because it's all right me saying it, but coming from people who are in the academy, gives you a bit more validity more than anything. But and then hopefully next week we've got a very special Warhammer's 11 as well, and some other stuff. We've got some other stuff planned. As I said, I think we've got the game next week, haven't we? Next Thursday. As I said, I want to try and get this Ludic McCloskey Appreciation Night. We've got some really good footage of Ludo. Martin Godleman's done a great video, like a little montage, like he always does, and some great videos from the archives, the West Ham Network archives, from players talking about Ludo in their Miami's 11s, and some of them really funny. Darren Blewett, for example, just absolutely brilliant. I'll be back. We might do a live show. Maybe there's a daily show. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how we're feeling, peeps. And we'll have the Hammers headlines, and then we'll start getting ready for the game against the Arse. We'll have the starting 11 show. We'll have the stat attack. Stats don't look good. Let's be honest. Stats don't look very good, in all honesty, but fuck it, innit? And take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble. Have a lovely Friday. Hopefully catch you a bit later on, but if not, hope you have a nice kebab or fish and chip supper. Let me know what you're having in the comments below. What's the takeaway for choice today? Might mix up a little bit today. Might do a beef bourguignon. Flo's been asking for one, so I might do her beef bourguignon for dinner. So absolute scenes in the Bun House. And also, if you are on YouTube now and you want to go and watch a good little podcast, Soccer A to Z, Soccer AZ, the Soccer AM boys, all Tim Lovejoy and Robbie and Tubes and Sheephead and Helen, and they do a fantastic podcast. And if you watch the episode today, you on the quiz, you might see someone you know. Absolutely fucking smash a Villa fan on the quiz. Just saying. Junie Robinson helped me win that quiz. Anyway, much love. Oh, spoiler alert. Anyway, see you soon. Much love. Bye-bye. Take care.